from you only I started learning the startup in a very organized way. So that's where I wanted to do a conversation with you.
So, hi everybody. My name is Srikanta. Prior to that, I'm having nearly about 11 years of experience in startup ecosystem, customer engagement, product development, market research.
There is a new term than the product market fit. Now there is a buzzword, idea market fit. So how these things can be done?
Having a proper business acumen, okay, that is very much necessary because only idea and having an idea and always trying to pivot from that idea won't help you. Entrepreneurship is about passion. Okay,
Yeah.
there are lot many problem statements.
Instead of identifying a problem, first I build an idea. I'll search for a problem for this idea.
Exactly.
Later only I understood that I'm doing it in a reverse way, opposite to the thesis, fundamental thesis. I'll start with thanks. So I think this is the first episode where I personally waited for a longer time to happen, and thanks for accepting the invite. And I would like to emphasize that why I call it as a long awaited episode for me. Actually, from you only I started learning the startup in a very organized way. So that's where I wanted to do a conversation with you to how I grab all the knowledges from you. So that's it's not a typical interview. It's not a typical subjective conversation. It could be one of our late night conversation. Exactly. So that's how I wanted to start with. So
Yes.
I request you to introduce yourself to the audience.
So, hi everybody. My name is Srikant. Uh, I'm currently working with Toyota Tsusho in the startup strategy division. Prior to that, I'm having nearly about 11 years of experience in startup ecosystem in different capacities, be it on customer engagement, product development, market research, or idea to POC, POC to commercialization. In different capacities, I have been working with startups. I have evaluated more than I think 15,000 startups in my career in different stages of engagement, and this is my job, and I love it. So, in my journey, I've met with many entrepreneurs, many ideapreneurs, whom I like to motivate them to take this path and to enjoy it. Yes, startup journey is not so easy, but yes, if you enjoy it and you work for a goal, then definitely you are going to get it. Thank you. This is from my side.
Yeah. Okay. So without delay, I think we'll start the today's conversation. That I would love to have a detailed conversation as a starting with a disclaimer. Not any sector, not respective to any sector. Would love to have a general conversation from idea to MVP.
Fine.
So that's the conversation which I wanted to have with you. So we'll start from the idea. So like how a founder or startup aspirant look at the idea, how they can able to ideate first of all, then how they can able to, what are the metrics or methods to evaluate the idea, and there is a new term than the product market fit. Now there is a buzzword, idea market fit. So how these things can be done?
Okay. Surya, I think you must remember our journey started way back in 2019,
Yeah,
I guess. Okay.
exactly.
Uh, that time you are a part of an RKV Raftar Agripreneurship Training Program, right?
Exactly.
AOP. So you came with a very raw sense. You remember, uh, you had experienced entrepreneurship in the past also. Due to your circumstances, you found the way of doing business and you understood the finance part, the operation part of it. Then you thought, ki, let me try with this kind of career. So that time, food and uh, beverage sector was growing, so you thought to explore that one. So that's the way. you want to explore something which you like it.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the first step. Unless and until uh, you explore, uh, you try different thing, you experiment, that idea will always change from circumstance to circumstance. So, in many cases, startups ideas are not fixed.
Mm.
Okay, they change according to the situation, to the circumstance, to the needs. So, whenever you go for any idea, make sure that you do a detailed, thorough research of why you want to take this idea. This is the first question anywhere or wherever you go, why you want to take this idea only. So, first you have to justify yourself why I want this idea. Okay, you might be correct, you might not be correct, that doesn't matter. But the first step is to initiate कि I want to have this idea in my uh, job or in my what I am doing this. Okay, so taking this idea is very much important. Usually, the ideation stage is very crucial for any startup. Okay, that time thousands of thoughts will be coming in your mind. Okay, I'm talking about a person who is not new to the industry. Okay, he has no experience. Okay, working with any sector. He is a college pass out and he want to pursue entrepreneurship.
Mm.
On that per se, I'm saying. Okay, so for those kind of people or for those kind of student entrepreneurs, I will suggest try and go for a proper research why you want to take this idea. So for doing a proper research, explore any research organizations, what their ongoing research is, let it be agri, let it be energy, let it be automobile, what are the current scenarios or what are the current trends going on. Okay, that you have to be very much aware.
Mm.
So that made a crucial time. It can take a month or a 6 month or a 1 year. So have patience. Okay, because you are starting from a student entrepreneur journey. Okay, so in the meanwhile, try to learn some of the qualities of having a proper business acumen. Okay, that is very much necessary because only idea and having an idea and always trying to pivot from that idea won't help you. Okay,
True.
because you need to have a concrete thought process why you want to have this idea. Okay, for that, the ability to understand finance is very much necessary,
Mm.
the ability to understand operation is very much necessary, the ability to understand leadership is also very much necessary, then only you can take decision making. Okay, so these are the thing, and ability to understand the trends what is happening in the uh, current scenario. So these are the important things any student entrepreneur have to take this as a challenge. Okay, so unless and until you go one step, uh, unless and until you go one step ahead, then this is easy for you. I'm talking about 5 years back, 6 years back, this was not the scenario.
Mm.
Okay, we used to move across places to places to validate or to search for those ideas, and to validate those ideas, there were not proper systems was not established. Okay, either you don't have proper mentors who will help you in guiding those ideas, you don't have proper support structure. Of course, family is
Mm.
another challenge where you have to make them believe ki what I am doing is good enough. So, see, I'm talking about I think 5 to 10 years back where there was no system.
Exactly.
Okay, and student entrepreneurs don't have many other choices. So when you are in the institute, your professors, your you can say your lecturers are your source of understanding and collaborating with them. Once you come out from that system, it's very difficult.
Mm.
Okay, and in those days there was not much incubators were there. Nobody knew what is an incubator is, and very few were there, and that too they are very much located in metros. So person from a tier 2, tier 3 cities can't access those
Exactly.
kind of systems. Okay, so now the system is evolving. Okay, you will find n number of incubators in tier 2, tier 3 cities. Government is putting much more energy in those tier 2, tier 3 cities. They are building the ecosystems so as the more entrepreneurs are growing in tier 2, tier 3 cities. Unlike you can let me take you an example of agriculture, which is very much diverse. 10 years back, I think 10 to 50 startups were there. Okay, currently now we are having more than 5,000 to 6,000 startups, agri startups, which are currently available in India, and they are working on numerous problem statements. Okay, and the scope not only lies only with guys who are having technical aptitude. Guys who don't have any technical aptitude, they have a big source of income for them also. So agriculture is diverse, and there is lot of opportunity for all the segments of people. Now the government is targeting to increase this 5,000 to 6,000 to 15,000 to 20,000 startups in the next 2 to 3 years. So this is the big vision that is coming around. Imagine the type of involvement, type of employment generation, wealth creations and innovations is going to come out. So this is how the vibrant startup ecosystem you are going to visualize in the next couple of years. So lot of idea generations will come. There is lot of support structure from the government to validate your ideas. There are lot many accelerators are there who will guide you to validate your ideas. There are n number of incubators are there who will help you in validating your ideas. And most important part is how to get those kind of ideas. Okay, the main source is just go and nearby your DIC centers, district industry centers. Surya, I would like to point it out.
Yeah.
So any new entrepreneurs or any new ideapreneurs who want to explore the various kind of projects which are working in the government, I will request them to visit DIC center, district industry center, which is in every district there is a district industry center. You can explore the type of projects they are handling. Okay, so it will help you to understand the type of projects are available, type of schemes that are available, and types of subsidies they are trying to give to the entrepreneurs. Then it will motivate you ki what are the other career stream I can opt for. Of course, entrepreneurship is a challenge. It's not like something somebody is like to give you, but yes, slowly in the process you will know what are the nuances of entrepreneurship, or you will figure it out what to take, what not to take. It's all trial and error. But yes, the belief, the focus, and the challenge that you are going to take it, it's more important in this journey of entrepreneurship.
All right. So I would like to wear some different hats. So recently, I drive to down south of Tamil Nadu and Kerala. I would roughly visited some 150 startup aspirants from college level, college students, student come entrepreneur aspirants. There are few gems out of it, but still I would like to double tap and magnify something. The intention towards pursuing entrepreneurship. Correct me if I'm not wrong. What if someone sees startup life as a benefit of raising capital, get securing subsidies, availing grants, a nice tag to have. So I'm sorry to say, out of 150, I would say some pies are there, only following in these areas. So I think you might also seen these kind of people. So what do you advise, or how does it feels you?
Surya, let me tell you, I think this really happens. Okay,
Yeah.
Somebody aspire by seeing somebody is an entrepreneur. Let me try with my hand into it. Okay, and yes, there is a government funding link because lot many schemes are being associated for entrepreneurship. Government is trying its best to uplift this
Yeah.
sector. So lot many grants are available, lot many subsidies are available. Yes, for that sake, if somebody is joining, they won't last. Okay, and because because it's a, you can say, a multi attitude development is required. If in case he receive a fund, okay, what the next he is going to do with the fund? Is he going to work on the product development? Does he have a clear vision what he's going to do with that fund? Because I've seen in my career the startups who are fund oriented or who are investment oriented, they won't last forever. Okay, and they make themselves restrict to research and development. They do lot of research, but at the end, if the products are not out in the market, they won't survive.
Yeah.
Okay, and yes, there is a cost associated with everything. They will run for 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, and at the end they will shut it down. Okay, because they don't have a clear vision what to do with that fund, and at the end they will say, I want to be a technology oriented company, I will license the technology. Okay, but that's not a cup of tea ki you tell and you license the technology, because technology from a lab scale making to the pilot scale and to commercialization is a Herculean task, and maximum time it fails.
Yeah.
Okay, so you realize that, and if you are aspiring for a namesake ki I am an entrepreneur, I have a tag, I have made 2 to 3 startups, I got exited, that's not the ball game that you should be. Entrepreneurship is about passion. Okay,
Yeah.
there are lot many problem statements. Okay, there are lot many problem statement in the society where it can be addressed by a startup to solve those problem statements. Either it be a technically or be it a non-technically. But yes, you can address it, and you can make a good chunk of money, a proper business model out of it, and you can survive. But you should have that passion. Ki, I'm trying to solve a problem. So your intention should be towards solving a problem in the society. That passion will take you towards making a proper business model out of it. If you are thinking ki no, in my first instance, I want to make a startup XYZ product, I want to take it to the market, put some money out of it and sell it to the market, you don't survive, because lot many competition is there, and you have to have a uniqueness in your product feature, product market fit, then only it is easy to survive. Otherwise, most of the startups who have a intention ki I have a product, I want to come into the market, or I have a service, I want to value add and make it a service based model, it's not so easy for them to survive. In that scenario, I will suggest ki startup be very much focused why you want to opt entrepreneurship. Unless and until you have a clear vision, ki I want to do something for the society, or I know there is a problem exists, I am trying to solve it. Yes, there will be some kind of value addition to it.
All right. So from here, I have two set of questions. One, a better and how should for me also in those early stage of even before I met you, or 2000, the timeline I still remember 2014 to 16 and all. Instead of identifying a problem, first I build an idea. I'll search for a problem for this idea.
Exactly.
So later only I understood that I'm doing it in a reverse way, opposite to the thesis, fundamental thesis. First, we should identify the right problem.
Exactly.
Then only I need to understand the existing solution. Then come up. Then whether I can able to build a competitive or differentiated product on top of the existing solution or not. If not, there is a no shame. Okay, let's try with another problem.
Exactly.
Because a country like us, we have a handful of problems to solve.
Exactly.
So that understanding, it came after a long time, and in that aspect, I would love to hear from you. How should a studentpreneur look at a problem? How they can able to identify a problem first of all, and the size of the problem. So how they can able to validate or estimate the size of the problem first level. Second, as you also touch the differentiation USP to the product which they built. I see a lot of startups, even the recent days, they built the extensive features, but not the must to be.
Exactly.
They built good to be, they failed to build must to be. In the journey of building the product, they thought of giving the additional features, they failed to deliver or forgot to deliver the main key feature of the product, which needs to be as a core of the
Exactly.
product. So these two layers, I think, in the early stage, even I made some 4 or 5 mistakes continuously. So how to identify, how to do this in a very calibrated way?
Surya, I think I remember when I discussed you about that Israel.
Hmm.
Israel is a landlocked area. Okay, they have n number of problems inside their country and what is happening in their border
Hmm.
areas. Okay, still they want to survive and they are surviving is very nicely. World top technology companies founders come from Israel. Okay, top 10 companies are also from Israel. So when you see Israel, which have evolved from a situation to a top tech nation, it's very amazing. Okay, the type of innovations coming from medicine side, biotechnology, agriculture, cyber security, drone sector. I think it's you won't believe the type of innovation that is happening in Israel, and the way they are the I think the fellow countrymen are working towards innovation. It's really you should to need to catch up how Indians
Hmm.
can
Hmm. Hmm.
learn from them.
Exactly.
Okay, they are very much problem oriented first of all. Okay, there is a situation of clean water. They use desalinations, you can cost effective desalination method to get water from saline water. They are using atmospheric moisture to extract water. That technology is there.
Yeah.
Okay, they have the best technology for agriculture, that is the world renowned drip irrigation. That
Exactly.
is also they are having. Okay, so you can imagine how they have made as a nation. Everybody is walking towards progress of the nation. How the progression in nation will happen when everybody walk towards a problem. Okay, similarly, if you ask me where you will find all those ideas, my answer is tell your students or tell whomever you are meeting in startup Tamil Nadu or anybody
Hmm.
from the student community from Tamil Nadu. First, read properly the UN guideline of Sustainable Development Goal, all 17 SDGs. They should by heart it.
Exactly.
Okay. Once you understand the all 17 SDGs, then narrow it down. What are the top problems or top SDGs that India has problem with it?
Hmm.
Okay. Then narrow it down what Tamil Nadu needs.
Hmm.
Let's concentrate on area wise. Okay, because each area differ from each geography. Okay, see how water plays an important role. Okay, how you can add value to it, how energy plays an important role, how you can add value to it, how health, fintech, education, these are all bigger sectors everybody need to concentrate. How you can provide a value based education to the people who are in the bottom of the pyramid.
Hmm.
Okay, the students which are coming out from the bottom of the pyramid, how you can give a value based education, and the business model should be based on that. Okay,
Hmm.
how to uplift them and how to give them a proper way they can able to survive in the society and they can make an image out of it. Okay, simple education is a target. How you want to give a value based education? For example, there are a lot of issues related to getting permanent teachers.
Hmm.
Okay, at the primary level. So how to avoid it with a, you can say, a AI teacher or a teacher who can be an online teacher, how you can address that situation, how internet can be reached over that
Hmm.
area and you can address this situation, how you can help them in guiding them in competitive exams.
Exactly.
Okay, there's a big sector which
Hmm.
is going on. Everybody are targeting towards metros for competitive exam. Why don't you target those
Hmm.
people and uplift them? For example, the marginal people from the society and uplift them. That is a socio enterprise.
Hmm.
Okay, you can work on that because there's a problem associated with it. Yes, there is a huge market for it. Then why don't you associate with them and make a business model out of example? Water is a huge.
Hmm.
How you can reuse the water, maximum capacity. Okay, what are the other sources of water we can use it? Can it be easy? Can we use water to produce not flowing water, but a stagnant water to produce energy?
Hmm.
Okay, some of the problem statement. Okay, can it be possible to produce energy from different biomasses that are available? How you optimally manage those biomass, track it, okay, systematically arrange it and extract energy out of it, share it to the grid. From the grid, it is connected to a village or something like that. Okay, so this kind of problem statement can be addressed. You need a technical people and non-technical people who can go towards the end of the society and can attract and aware those people from those segments and make a business model out of it. Okay.
Mm.
If you from the day one, if you will think, I will make X amount of money from the business as a startup, then the theory of problem statement won't come properly out of it. Okay, for that scenario, there are different ways of working to
Yeah.
it. Okay, but I like to the way of working is to derive a problem statement. Okay, when there is a proper problem statement and you have ample source of resources and solutions for it, then you work for it and you challenge that solution. There is a lot of waste. For example, there is a lot of waste in solid waste management. That is a huge subject.
Exactly.
How to convert solid waste management to various form of energy that can be used, electricity, or it can be used as a biocharcoal or a biomass, which can be used as a bio pellet for industries. You want to replace gasoline and all. So there are different ways. So my first suggestion to entrepreneurship community or student community is to focus on that SDGs that UN has marked. All the 17 SDGs goal. Work on each goal. You can find what is the pyramid of problems that is available. Okay. From there, you can do your slow by slow research. What is the work being carried out? What work can be done? What is the scope of that? What is the blue ocean in those areas? And yes, slowly you can have a hands on it.
All right. And then, like, when we are considering a product, building a product or building the first version of it, or we call it, let's call it as POC or MVP, anything. So many entrepreneurs fails to differentiate what is the must to be feature and good to be feature, and how they could prioritize it, and the difference between POC and MVP. So these are the terms which they think about a same level, but these two has a different functions and different use case altogether. And how from a student or from an entrepreneur point of view, how should I take a product building approach first from my idea to now I got the clear problem, I got a proper idea in shape. Let's say I have a product roadmap. How should I pull and push the features? How should I pull and push the architecture of the product right here?
That is a big area, and I think most of the startup also need to focus on idea is ready. They understood the problem. Now it's time to work out on the first architectural, that is the POC, proof of concept. Okay, so basically most of the startups, what they usually do is they will engage in a you can say a proof of concept while doing a proper sketching. You have seen in any prototype lab what they usually do is first they will do a raw sketch, okay, and make it in a CAD in form, okay, and they will try to build through 3D printers, existing printer, and yes, the first sense of the features, okay, when they put their 3D printer and the product comes out, they try to associate it with the problems, first problem, the major problem or the master problem that they are going to indulge with that. POC, always remember POC gives you an exact sense where your project is going to
All right.
go forward, okay. That every startup need to understand my first POC is my baby, okay, that is in the raw form, okay. It try to solve major of the problem what the statement says, but
So,
yes,
in a layman term, shall I say it as like ensuring uh, the idea solving the purpose?
exactly, maybe.
Yes or no? So, for ensuring that, the first build is called POC.
Exactly. Okay. Once your POC is established, now definitely you want to test it in external environment. Take that raw POC. Once you go out in the external environment, when anybody interact with that POC, you will understand what are the features it
Exactly.
required, the value of that POC. Then it comes the first iteration starts with your first, we call it as a minimum viable product. The more you interact, the more you iterate. Okay, so it can be a first phase iteration, second phase iteration, third phase iteration. Slowly you will understand ki my primary problem may not be the first primary problem. the secondary problem that I assume to be secondary, it is the primary problem.
Exactly.
So the interaction in the external environment gives you much more awareness about how shall I proceed with. So minimum I will request building your first iteration in MVP, at least 100 customers you should visit. Then only you can understand the real value that comes out from that MVP. Okay. In software per se, I should recommend 1000. Then only you can understand ki the data that comes
Exactly.
out, it will flow. But for a physical product, 100 is a 100 to 500 is a good number. Okay, to start with the first interaction. Okay, then slowly you iterate, first iteration, second iteration, third iteration. Then you will understand the value of product market fit. Okay, here the most important concept is the product market fit. Your MVP will tell you is your current features of the product will work in the market or not, because you will have a clear data which is coming out from the interaction. So I think your audience is now clear differentiation between POC and an MVP. Okay.
Yeah.